Ahoy there, mateys. I had to do it. I had to do it. It was probably really terrible, but I had to do it. Today we're going to be talking about some Japanese Weiss Schwarz. We're going to be talking about the time-sensitive Bushiroad Global Online Store product, and then we're going to look at trial decks for Kaya and Date A Live. So first up, as you can see on the screen, is this lovely picture of the SP card for Disney 100. We got Captain Jack Sparrow. This does look really cool. When it comes to foils that we've seen with no signatures on it, probably one of the coolest that I've seen to this point. This unfortunately comes out for Disney 100, which is exclusive to the Japanese side. This is on April 7, 2023. Booster boxes. You're going to ask me where to buy it? I'm going to tell you not many places because a lot of the places have sold out at this point. And if you do find a place, it's probably really expensive. So just keep that in mind. Maybe there will be a reprint in the future. Weiss Schwarz Japan is not a stranger to reprints, so if it does happen, look for it. I would say keep in mind all the stuff that's coming out in the future and budget accordingly, like I always tell you to do. Remember, this is the set that has the Steamboat Willie origin card. We also have all these other Disney stamps going on. We even got a Spider-Man. You even got Star Wars. And my favorite from the set, Winnie the Pooh. There you go, Winnie the Pooh. Look at that one. That looks so cool. I would not mind having that on display. The rest of it's just okay. I don't really want it. But Captain Jack Sparrow, though, looks actually really fantastic. I know a lot of people that really would want to have that one. So keep in mind that this is Japanese side again. Will we ever get in English? Most people say no. Because we got Disney Lorcana coming. Will this card be in Disney Lorcana? Not right away, but eventually I would imagine it should show up. So, I know what you're saying. We want the girls, and here is a girl. This comes to us from Weiss Schwarz social media pages. This is on Twitter. It was on Facebook as well. We have the lovely Kurumi. I do love Kurumi. I remember when I saw this card, I was like, dang, they're really going for it. And you could see what they wrote off to the side. It says, ding dong, who's the lucky one to receive her seduction invitation? This was the first reveal they did. They really came out and tried to put this one out there. So we have her in SR form. This thing is pretty expensive. I thought it was $20 at some places. It came out, it was really weird. I remember when this first came out on the Japanese side, it was like 600 yen. Other sites were selling it for $7, and then eventually it moved up to the $20 mark. So this is probably one of those ones that many people will be going after if you are a Kurumi fan, and it's not even a signed card. There you go. So there are some signed cards that are expensive or cheap. There are some SR cards, triple rare cards, that are expensive as well. You can see that with Azure Lane too. There's a lot of sets that you can point out, but Data Live, remember, it comes out on March 24th, 2023. This is Volume 2. Volume 1 came out and subsequently had a reprint on both the booster box and trial deck, which I will be talking about a little bit later. With Japan side as well, Heaven's Burn Red, one of those series that, thank God, I actually looked into Weiss Schwarz because it introduces me to so many anime, games, and all this other stuff that I didn't know about. And this is one of those such cases. Heaven Burn Red comes out on February 10th, 2023. We've already seen a bunch of art. There is a ton of SPs. Such beautiful freaking artwork going on. You can see this. Oh my God. So many to see and collect. And the one thing I want to point out here is the going first, going second card. This looks really cool. I am afraid of doing arm wrestling because I've never broken a bone in my body, and that just scares me. But these cards look so nice. Hopefully I can get them from my booster boxes. With the Bushiroad Global Online Store. This is the time-sensitive section of this video. We have Bang Dream Girls Band Party Cheering Collection. Yes, this was the collection that was first exclusively sold at the Bushiroad pop-up store in LA. People are wondering when this is going to come out for the rest of us. Today's the day. Bushiroad Global Online Store and events at a later date. Remember, this set does not have any voice actress signatures. These are character signatures. You can see that right here. The easiest one to tell is Yukina Minato from Rosalia. What does that mean? When you take a look at the actual, come on, here we go. When you take a look at the actual cards, they do look freaking beautiful. Look at the foils on there. They are not the voice actor signatures. They are actually characters. And let me get you a better picture. Here you go. You can see right there, it says Yukina. It does not say Aina Aiba with a nice, cute little face on there. That is what you will be getting. So you will want to head out to the Bushiroad Global online store and pick this up there. It is currently sitting at $90. And the time-sensitive part is because there is a 15% off code. It lasts until February 4th. Today is February 3rd. You can see this. You're going to use Bushy_Matthew at the checkout. Remember, make sure that you use LeetSpeak when you do this because we got a 4 and a 3. You need to enter that in correctly. I don't know if that hits when it hits the February 4th if this code expires or it's the end of it. I don't see it on here. Maybe it's specified somewhere out there, but just know that you don't have much time to use this code. And here on this channel, I tell you about saving money, and this is one of the ways you do it with a 15% off code. Because if you have not purchased from the Bushiroad Global Online Store before, the shipping is expensive. That is the one thing people will tell you. This is something that I will definitely tell you. It is expensive. And 15% off is not so bad. Last time I ordered from there, it did come in a flat rate box. I don't know if that's still the thing. I know there were price increases at USPS, so we'll see what this comes out to be. But if it is a flat rate box, there are other things that you can actually purchase out here on the store, such as, let's see, we got trial decks for Data Live, Kaguya, and Azure Lane Japanese version. So just remember, Azure Lane is coming out to English, so if you do buy these, you're gonna buy the Japanese version, and there's gonna be an English version. And maybe you want the Japanese version, maybe you just want to take your chances at it so that you can flip it, or maybe you just really like the card and you want it now. But whatever the case, it is out here. The nice part is I don't imagine the Bushiroad Global Online stores, purposely trying to find out that the SP and then selling dead trial decks. So kind of a trusted place. I don't know that for sure. But in my mind, it makes sense that way, that this would be one of the places that you should be able to trust. Should. Definitely should. The other thing about the pop-up shop, the pop-up shop had a PR card that was included if you bought some things, like the cheering collection. As you can see here, this pop-up shop card, this was a card that is released. Well, it should be anyways. This is a PR card. But what they did was they added this stamp on here, pop-up shop, LA. It doesn't say this on the product list. So when you take a look here, it doesn't say an inclusion of that PR card. This PR card was only while supplies lasted, or it was maybe just exclusive to that thing. But I was hoping it would be included on here in the Bushiroad Global Online Store if they had extra, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So if you buy this and you end up with this PR card, take it as an extra bonus, but do not expect it, okay? Speaking of the trial decks for Kaguya and Data Live, they are on here. And the one thing missing from this is if they are a reprint or not. I don't know at this point if Bushiroad responded back to that Twitter reply, if they replied back to that question out on Twitter, but here we are. So if you end up with a reprint trial deck for Kaguya or Data Live, that's what you expected. $18, it's not so bad. If you end up with a first edition, awesome, great news again, an extra bonus, kind of like if we ever get this PR card as well. Don't expect it. Just know that more than likely this is going to be a reprint version. So here you are. And speaking of prices of these, you could go out on TCG Player and buy the first edition for $27 or buy the second edition for $20, right? Was Kaguya needed? I don't think so. It was one of those ones where the trial deck was plentiful. Again, you can see the price, not huge on the first edition. When you look at the SP that you can get from it, remember, there were no signatures for Kaguya. It is Aniplex. and they were just stamps. The difference you're going to see is the gold to the silver. You can see the price is $322.26 for the gold stamp. The silver stamp $325 on TCG Player. Anyways, again, make sure to check, shop around, eBay, Facebook, whatever, wherever you like to buy your cards at, and see what the prices are. This is just what's showing on TCG Player at this point, with no sales on the silver. When you look at the trial deck cards, they were all pretty cheap to begin with. I feel like Kaigia trial deck was a reprint, was just more of an experiment, and that's what we're seeing. With the trial deck for Data Live, there is a definite argument that you could say it was totally needed, because if you click in here, the shipping plus the actual base price makes it $70 for a trial deck of first edition, with the second edition $20. So pretty nice. It dropped the price, obviously down to what the base normally is, $20. That's what you normally see, I think, at a LGS, and you'll see that on TCG Player at this point. Or you just buy it from the Bushiroad Global Online Store. Like I said, you could probably trust it that they're not selling map dead versions of trial decks. Okay, not to say that there's any wrong with these people selling on TCG Player, eBay, or Facebook, because you can pull SPs from there. It's just, I can't imagine Bushiroad trying to scam you. So we have out here on TCG Player as well, here are the signatures. You can see the gold version of Conversation with Humans Toka, $999.97. The silver version, $1,078. The origami that you could get in here was the gold and the silver. Completely sold out on the gold, but the silver sitting at $195. I really love the origami signature, just so you can see. I don't know, I just find that really nice, the circle there. I know there's more of an image going on here, but I like the circle. Just looks perfect to me. So you could say, again, with Data Live, trial decks needed, because there was this card, Confrontation with Humans Toka, that was the actual signed card, and that was the playable card inside of this trial deck. You could see what happened over an entire year. This thing went up to $21 and back down to where we find ourselves at $6.95. So those are some really nice, I guess, savings, I would say. You can buy a trial deck, or now you can get just these single cards that aren't $20, because there are some cards out there recently that people have been jacking up, and it'll cost you an arm and a leg, but not right now. Oh, by the way, so there was the Overlord reprints of trial decks, Nazarick. Those, at this point, I've heard was pretty much sold out. Stores have them, again, for the inflated price. Kind of like the Disney 100, you will find places that have it, but it's not very many. I don't think you can really get cases anymore of Nazarick trial deck reprint. So people do want that Albedo. It's going to be cool to see what's going to happen with those prices coming up. And I will leave you with this about, do you really think still that there is a difference in pricing for silver and gold editions? Some cases yes, some cases no, maybe, always. I don't know. I mean, I have my opinion. I want to hear yours as well. That is everything. Remember, Bushy Matthew at checkout. Where is it? Where is he? There he is. Use that. Make sure if you wanted that collection, just know that shipping is really expensive. But at the very least, hopefully you can get some other things to add in to average down your shipping. Right? It makes me feel better when I do that. Instead of buying one thing and paying $20 for shipping, I had 4 things and now I divided it out, and it's pretty nice. Makes me feel better at night, but it ends up costing more in the end. It's actually not a good thing. Have a happy Friday as always. Have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. This card's gonna be expensive. Bye.